Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my delicious homemade caramel pound cake from scratch. Now, this cake is made with real caramel. The caramel is not only added into the cake, but it is swirled into the cake batter just before baking. And after the cake is baked, we top it with a delicious butter vanilla caramel icing. You can get about 20 or more servings from this cake. It has a wonderful caramel flavor. It's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all you'll need to make your southern caramel pound cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You will need some all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, whole milk at room temperature, heavy whipping cream at room temperature, sour cream at room temperature, vanilla extract, butter extract, some confectioner sugar, and some brown gel paste food coloring. And for your tools, you will need some Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray, and to bake your cake, you will need a Nordic Ware anniversary bundt pan. Now this is a 15 cup in capacity bundt pan. And there we have it. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started with making the caramel first. In a medium-sized 4-quart pot, add 2/3 cup of sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/3 cup of water. Stir all your ingredients together. Let this simmer for 8 to 10 minutes or until the mixture turns into an amber-like color, like how you see here. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn my fire off. Add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Give this a quick stir. Add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir all your ingredients together. Make sure you stir it really well. And after that, our caramel is done. Let this cool for 30 to 45 minutes. Alright, let's get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer, add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift all ingredients into this medium-sized bowl. Stir all your ingredients together. And for our wet ingredients, here I have a separate medium-sized bowl. Add a half a cup of whole milk at room temperature, a half a cup of sour cream at room temperature, 1/3 cup of the caramel that we made, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of the brown gel paste food coloring. I'm going to swirl that into the liquid. I'm going to take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, you can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 3 sticks of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, and 2 3/4 cups of sugar. Start your mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Turn your mixer up to the highest setting and mix this on high speed for 6 minutes. At some point during those 6 minutes, stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Start your mixer on a medium speed. Add 5 large eggs in at room temperature, 1 at a time. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Next, we're going to alternate the all-purpose flour mixture and the caramel milk mixture into the batter. We're only adding the dry and wet ingredients in here 3 separate times. We're not doing any measurements or anything like that. Add the first amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the caramel milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the caramel milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the third amount of the caramel milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl and our caramel pound cake batter is ready. Spray your bundt pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Add your prepared caramel cake batter into the bundt pan. Spread the batter around as evenly as possible with a spatula. Reserve 1 tablespoon of the homemade caramel. We're going to add this into the frosting later. Here I have some leftover caramel in the pot that we made earlier. Pour the cooled caramel on top of the cake batter. Take a spoon and swirl the caramel into the cake batter. Go all around the bundt pan with this. And from there, spread the batter around the bundt pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your pan and tap the bottom of the pan with your hand. Now it is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 325 degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 15 minutes now for our cake. Now let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Let this cool for about 3 to 4 hours before removing it out of the pan. Okay, here I have a cooling rack and I'm going to flip the cake over onto the cooling rack. And there we go. Let's get started with making our caramel icing. So in this medium-sized bowl, add 1 1/4 cups of confectioner sugar, 2 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 3 tablespoons of warm whole milk, 1 tablespoon of caramel, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract. I'm going to take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until the icing is creamy and smooth with no visible lumps. Here I have a toothpick. I dipped it into the brown gel paste food coloring. And I'm going to swirl that into the icing. It's going to give it a little color. I'm going to take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. And our icing is ready. Pour the icing on top of the cake. To transport the cake, here I have 2 spatulas. I'm going to place them underneath the cake. From there, carefully lift the cake up using the 2 spatulas and transport it onto a serving dish. Let the icing set for about 15 to 20 minutes, and after that, the cake is ready to be served. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Southern caramel pound cake made from scratch by a New Orleans native. You can find this recipe along with all of my other recipes. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Now I'm going to go ahead and try this. There it is there. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this cake is good. It has a nice caramel flavor. Adding that caramel into the cake batter and swirling it into the cake batter before baking it made all the difference in flavor. And then you have the flavor of the caramel frosting on the outside. That really brings out all the flavor as well. Now you want to keep in mind that the more caramel you add, the more flavor. The cake is also just a little bit on the dense side. It's moist and absolutely delicious. So give it a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.